Alright, hello everyone, this is Corda coming at you doing a little bit of Hex Shards of Fate Chronicles Entrath Book 1. Some of you guys out there were asking, hey, when's your next Hex video going to be coming out? Actually, only one of you guys asked, so you know what? I thought I'd entertain you guys and come up with the new video, and this particular video is going to be covering the Piranhas. Now, for those of you guys who do not know Hex, Shards of Fate is an MMOTCG, and it's just really a lot of fun. And really the first fight that I completely got smoked on, and really you need a specific deck to go ahead and try and take down, is the Piranhas here at the Zila River. You have a choice of trying to cross the drawbridge or trying to wade the waters and go through the river. And the first time you hit the river, you pretty much get eaten alive by a swarm of piranhas because you don't have the right deck. Now, I'm going to be tackling this as an Orc Cleric. Orc Cleric has a really difficult time through most of the campaign, but I found that because of your access to blood and to ruby, you have a pretty easy time with this particular encounter. And by easy time, I mean you have about a 30% win rate. So I don't even know if this particular run through will work. But what I found works best with the swarm of piranhas is using I'm going to keep this hand. I think I go first, right? Yes, I go first. So oh, I cannot drop down the Fertile Engorger. That's going to be very bad. All right, so what I'm going to happen here is I'm going to go ahead and drop this down. The Fertile Engorger is going to come out a little bit later, and I'll show you guys the deck at the end of this. But what you're really gonna see here is a large number of piranhas just absolutely getting into the water and then about to eat me alive. So there you have it, the charge power. Create 4 ravenous piranhas and put them into play. So you're really for all intent and purposes just really behind the 8 ball in this particular fight. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Engorger here, and hopefully I'll be able to do something effective and useful. What's gonna happen? Well, first of all, hey, if I fail, then even a good deck that is specifically designed for this may have problems. It's gonna be a 2-1. I can block here. No big problem, no harm, no foul. Take a little bit of damage. Still another Ravenous Piranha in play, and more Piranhas, and then 4 more Piranhas come out. So really what I'm hoping for here is a Heat Wave or a Sorrow. That's really what I'm looking for. Nope, Ashwood Soloist, not going to be the card I'm looking for, but let's see how far I can get. I'm going to drop down a Ruby Shard. I'll play a Boomsmith. Do that. Yes, I'll activate the ability, take out one of the 2/1s, and like that. All right. And I will, you know what, I'll also drop down an Ashwood Soloist. I'm not 100% sure how this is all going to work out here. I may end up dying still, but that's really all right. You can see how quickly, how out of hand this particular deck is going to get. I should have really just mulled again for the more important cards. I'm going to go ahead and block here, block there, take a whole bunch of damage, bam, down to 4, and more stuff is gonna still. So if I get a Heat Wave here, I'm set. Or a Sorrow, nope, I'm in trouble. So I'm gonna have to cancel out of this, and you can see why this particular encounter is just so hard and so difficult. So when you're running Ruby Blood, you have essentially two outs that you're really looking for. Sorrow, it gives all creatures, or all troops, excuse me, -1/-1 for that particular turn, and Heat Wave, which says it deals 2 damage to everything on the board. Now, if you can couple that with the Maggot, then it's going to be easy time because you're going to have a lot of chump blockers. Also, what you're really trying to do is you're trying to throw down blockers that have lasting power, and if you can get Swift Strike, you can start to stabilize the board where the swarm of piranhas, eventually the fish do start to run out, where the most that they can drop is 4 a turn. All right, I have a Fissure Smith. That can be useful. Well, let's see how this is all going to go out here. So I'm going to go ahead and drop down Ruby, and yeah, let's see how this goes. This might still be very could still be very bad for me. So he's going to drop down 1 fish and then put down 4 more. Can I get a Heat Wave or a Sorrow? That's really what I'm looking for. Maybe I really should have mulled again for it. Okay, I'm gonna tunnel this guy. There we go. Do that. And go from there. So he's going to attack. I'm going to automatically kill one, right? And then I have speed, so I can block another. So I only take 6 this turn, good and bad, because he's just going to drop down 6 more piranhas again. Yeah, I really should have looked for the Sorrow or the Heat Wave. All right. Go to the end of the video if you just want to see me win this. And my wife's laughing at me in the background. Like, really? All right. Okay. Speed. And you know what? I'll give him this guy life drain. If you have the, what's it called? The ability, it really helps. So so the Adaptatron, one of its abilities is it can actually gain life drain, and by gaining life drain, you come out a little bit ahead. So I'm going to pass priority here. Take that out. I'm going to end up taking a lot of damage here. Bam! Damn, wow, that was a lot more damage than I thought I would take. Okay, I really need a Sorrow or a Heat Wave. And that's really what I guess I'm really, pardon the pun, I'm really fishing for it right now. Can I get a Sorrow or a Heat Wave? Oh, perfect! So this is how the deck is supposed to work. I'm going to drop a Crackling Vortex, right? Alright, so there's the Crackling Vortex going down. I'm going to Sorrow, right? And everything on the board gets -1/-1. So boom, clears out the board. The Maggot says every troop that died this turn, I get a copy of that troop. And then I'm going to also drop the Ashwood Soloist just because I can. And now I have enough chump blockers. So I'm going to attack with the Adaptatron since it does have Rage. And it will deal a little bit damage. And I will be that much better for it. And now it's at 2. So he's going to drop a Shard. He's going to get 4 more Piranhas. I have enough blockers now, and I am pretty much going to be sitting pretty. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at this. I am going to attack with this, right? I'm going to attack with those, right? He's going to get +1. The computer might try to block me. And it actually just blocked me a lot, so I'm just going to get +5 and Crush. So I can push through that additional damage, and now I'm going to win here. So you can see how clutch that Sorrow is there. Also, the Ashwood Soloist giving me that 1 additional point of mana, helping me out there. He's going to drop a Piranha. He's going to drop 4 more. All right. So from here, I can place down a Ruby Shard. The Ember Spire Witch, only use it if you don't have some sort of life drain on the board. Especially don't use it if you're a cleric, because, well, you regenerate life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack. Well, if I think I attack with everything here, I'm going to be fine. Yeah. I could have just hit F4. Why didn't I hit F4? So I'm going to go ahead and swing. There we have it. He's going to try and block. He's actually triple blocking. I'll give it +3 attack and Swift Strike. There you go. Deal that damage. Deal 1 damage to each of those, and then everything else pushes through, and you win. So what you end up winning is the Swarm of Piranhas card, which is really, really strong, very useful, but that's how you win that particular fight. I'll go ahead and pull up the deck for you so you guys can see how it works. The Adaptatrons, I think I have 1 legendary in the deck. Orc Cleric normally had a really difficult time throughout much of the campaign, except for this one particular fight. But I'll go ahead and explore it out for you guys now. You can take a look at it. So the two key cards that you are really going to need are Heat Wave, which says deal 2 damage to each troop, or as you guys saw, Sorrow, which is troops get -1/-1 this turn. That works extremely well with the Maggot. The Maggot, when you play this, create a copy of each troop that died this turn. Create a copy for each troop that died this turn. So You can play it in such a way. You can also make it a quick troop. It helps out tremendously. You saw the number of blockers I was able to get just by wiping the entire board. Extinction I found was a little bit too slow, so that's why Heatwave and Sorrow are your two main ways to go there. Fissure Smith is an expensive card that you really don't need. Volley, also an expensive card that you really don't need. Eternal Sage, very very useful if you can get the Ruby down. If you somehow get him, you can play down a Ruby and then wipe the board because it deals one damage to everything on the board on your opponent's side. Same concept as well. Ashwood Soloists were just there to get a little bit more mana, a little bit of chump blocking down as well. The Adaptatron with the cog of the machine, you saw how useful that was. It was able to give itself life drain and then stabilize the board long enough. Wow. Okay, I don't is it base one shot? I don't understand what the difference is. All right, well. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys liked that particular fight. Let's see. And let's take a look at the actual Piranha. Where is the Piranha? There it is. So the Piranha Swarm, it is a quick troop fish that is defensive. 4-drop, 4/4. When this deals damage, sacrifice it, then create 4 Ravenous Piranhas and put them into play. So it immediately deals 4 damage. You can add additional equipment onto it to make it better, but the Ravenous Piranhas then become the Rage 1 must attack, so you get 4 1/1s Rage. So you can start overwhelming your opponent fairly quickly. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, want to see more videos, let me know. I can slowly roll these videos out. I'm trying to get 4 of every single card in book 1, which, if you guys know, is a very very big task because you have to play all 8 characters, and then you have to play each race up to about halfway through the game 4 times. So I'm going to be playing about 32 characters in order to unlock all the cards and get all the cards that I really, really want. But yeah, a lot of replay value for the completionists out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.